when we are talking about teaching intensive reading, the notion of how well we can develop the vocabulary or enhance the vocabulary proficiency of our students. So in an intensive reading program, developing students' vocabulary can be a big opportunity. So that's what we are going to see now, how well an intensive reading program can be used as a way to develop students' vocabulary, right? So this is how, like, it's big opportunity, like I said before, so we can make our students work on the elements of how to enhance their vocabulary level. And in this regard, it's important to know the argument given by Nation that vocabulary enhancement exercises should be meaning focused. Where what I mean by meaning focused is to just not to teach the vocabulary in isolation or in decontextualized manner, where we just teach vocabulary for the sake of vocabulary. That sort of practice is discouraged in most of the SLA research, second language acquisition research. The point is, if we teach vocabulary to our students in decontextualized manner, that might not make them more sort of aware of its practical use. So we can enhance the vocabulary of our students through teaching them learn words deliberately, which are could be used in the form of word cards, or it's important some of the principles which I'm going to briefly touch upon in this module, in terms of that's the question which intrigues most EFL teachers or most students, is how to increase the vocabulary. So the principle is that high frequency words, there is a list of 2,000 high frequency words which you can easily Google out and you can find. So those high frequency words need to be given frequent or sustained focus in an intensive reading program. Why those 2,000 words need to be given more focus or sustained focus is just because they help develop the fluency or develop the understanding of those words first. The principle says that the low frequency words should be best ignored, or that could be dealt separately or later on. And there are some strategies which we can employ to enhance the vocabulary of our students through intensive reading program. Is just to engage them, complete the word parts, or use the dictionary for effective learning. So there are various strategies which we as EFL teachers can use. The strategy is just to put the students, I'm always in favor of putting students in groups, pair works, and we can, before asking them to read the passage, we can pre-teach small amount of words, and we can include those words which we pre-taught in the text. So those words don't appear unknown or unseen to the students. And then we can talk about their forms or parts and color or the grammar of those words. So that make the students more aware of the various uses of a particular word. I'm talking about 2,000 high frequency words. And if some of our students don't know, for example, any words from the list of high frequency words, we can pre-teach them and then set them in the text. So what it does is just to make them notice those words and become aware of their usage. Then we can involve them to read the passage carefully, just to understand the forms of the words, their meaning or their shades of meaning. So, and we can also, instead of teaching them vocabulary in a decontextualized manner, we can develop the skill of guessing words in their context. That's very important thing which we as EFL teachers can enhance. So we can bring in some strategies or exercises which are vocabulary based, and which are meaning focused based. It's important to remember that such exercises are framed in such a way which requires students to see vocabulary in its context, so they know what exactly the word means and what exactly its use is. So this is how their proficiency in the area of vocabulary can be enhanced.